Fear. The film Fear came out in 1996. Mark Wahlberg was the lead villain. Reese Witherspoon was the innocent girl. Alyssa Milano was the best friend. Judging Amy was the stepmother, and it was interesting. I know my nieces watched this film. It was sort of one of those films a lot of people sort of watched. It was a bit culty. I don't think it made a lot of money in its initial release. It got trashed, and there's some bad elements to it. Some things really don't work. It's really saved by the actors, and a lot of films are saved by the actors, and that's what happened. There's a lot of bad old films that are saved purely by the cast and the acting and their star factor, and the fact that you can watch these people again and again and again. And people would go to the movies just to see these actors. We don't have that anymore in Hollywood. We don't have stars anymore. Like Tom Cruise is like the last star that people actually will get up and go watch a movie for. But there's some really bad story elements in this film. Like right away, the Mark Wahlberg character basically kicks the hell out of this girl's male friend, who I think could have been gay, but they didn't go into that at all. And shows his true colours right away, and she sees him. And I'm like, well, where's this story going to go? She knows who he is. Is he just going to stalk her now? But no, there's this stupid story moment where the dad, she's crying about this guy that has beaten her friend and hit her, given her a black eye, and he's a monster, and she sees this. And then the father's like, because he found a condom and knows they had sex, he's like, you can never see this boy again. And of course, she automatically goes, if I don't want to see him, it's going to be my choice. And she goes straight back to him. And it's just stupid. It's like, well, I guess the story couldn't happen without that, but they could have just had an intelligent story where either it takes time for this person to unravel and you just see that he's evil and bad and everything, and to have his games play out, or you could just have him stalking her from the rest of the film, and it was just that sort of brief moment where they connected and then the rest of it was bad. That would have worked, but having her go back with the guy like nothing happened, and everyone's acting like nothing happened, and there's actually a scene where he's at the house pool with her and the mother-in-law. Is like, did you really want her just sneaking off with him? And I'm like, this would never happen in the real world. No real characters would do this. I was 17 once. I was not this dumb. So yeah, on those levels it doesn't work. It could have easily worked. They just had to just change a couple of little elements, not force some elements in there to create a story that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so once you get past that, performances are good. It's scary. You are scared of this guy. Mark does give a very chilling performance. He has this soft-spoken way about him where he's just pretends like, I just want to have a nice, happy life. I want to do all this, and it's like, it's all fake. It's all just manipulation. And I know a guy like this actually really reminded me of someone that I knew once. I'm like, wow, that's creepy. But yeah, the end of the film ends fairly well. The death scene is pretty good. It almost holds up. It's so complicated. It involves special effects, and it doesn't totally hold up in all the shots in the sequence, but most of them do. It actually looks pretty good. Of course, he dies in the end, just like I was thinking of Body of Evidence. It's like in the end that, the villain has to be punished, the good guys have to win. We have to restore the family dynamic and safety and, American values and all that stuff, That's how the film ends. The creepiest part is when he screws her friend, Alyssa Milano. I don't know why I keep calling her Alyssa Milano. And then the way they all treat her, the only one who's nice to her is the mother-in-law, because she's a victim as well. She got herself into trouble, but, she was a victim as well. So it's an interesting film. I've been meaning to watch it for a long time. I briefly saw some of it back in the day because my nieces had it on. And I bought it on Blu-ray a while ago because it was cheap. And I thought, oh, that's that one. I remember that film. Yeah, I think I watched that 5-10 years later. Still hadn't watched it. But this is what I'm doing now. I'm going through all the films that I have on DVD that I haven't watched and just watching them all. I'm going to do all the Disney films. I'm going to do everything. And I'll probably review everything because why not? I love talking about stuff. And I'm so narcissistic, it doesn't matter if anyone's actually listening to me, I just enjoy talking. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, because no, I do actually care what people think. It is fun when people come into the comments and give actual opinions, not just trolls who are just, there's a couple of them who just come just to insult, and they really have nothing better to do, the poor sad souls. But everyone else, it's fun hearing what people think, and people's ideas and people's memories and people sharing their stories as well. It's always fun. But I've been talking for nearly 6 minutes. I got to stop. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go continue living in fear.